throughout the 2016 election and its plethora of scandals, has proudly stood by her husband, but lately, the 47-year-old has been keeping her distance from the POTUS. In mid-January, about adult film star alleged past affair with Donald, and since then, the First Lady has gone the extra mile to stay out of the public eye. Though Melania re-emerged at the State of the Union address on Tuesday, January 30th, many people have been wondering where she's been the rest of this month. Scroll down to see. Shortly after Donald and Stormy's alleged affair made headlines, Melania seemingly ignored the rumors and jetted off with the president to their Palm Beach, FL resort, Mar-a-Lago, for the weekend. During the trip, she not only stayed away from the cameras but according to, she was also absent from 2 dinners that Trump had scheduled. Donald and Melania returning to the White House on January 15th. Photo credit, Getty Images. 1 week later, the First Lady was still keeping a low profile, though she did commemorate the 1-year anniversary of Trump's inauguration with a very telling Twitter post. Instead of sharing a photo of herself and her husband at the event, Melania chose to post a picture of herself alongside a man in uniform, and didn't even mention the president. Melania's odd behavior didn't stop with her inauguration tweet. Though she was scheduled to accompany her husband on a trip to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland a week later, she pulled out of the appearance at the last minute. Her communications director said her cancellation was due to a scheduling and logistical issue. Instead, the First Lady made an impromptu visit to the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C., shortly ahead of the International Day of Holocaust Remembrance. Following her visit, Melania boarded a plane solo and arrived at Mar-a-Lago, where she spent the day melting the stress away with spa treatments, a short trip that reported cost a whopping $64,000. Mrs. Trump finally returned to the public eye for the president's State of the Union address on Tuesday, January 30th, though her arrival spoke volumes. Instead of riding to the event with the president, Melania broke tradition and chose to ride with several of the guests she invited to the event. According to White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, the First Lady, for no reason other than she can greet the guests and he can go straight in. Once there, a pantsuit-clad Melania sat in her designated box alongside her 15 invited guests and went through the motions. Viewers interestingly couldn't help but notice that her of the pantsuits Trump's opponent Hillary Clinton is known for. Her wardrobe aside, it's hard not to think that her month spent in obscurity was her silent way of sending a message to her husband. Stay tuned, folks. Melania at the SOTU. Photo credit, Getty Images.